Hey YouTube, I'm doing an update on my situation because, well, I really don't know what I'm doing with YouTube. I mean, I thought it'd be interesting story to document my journey of living in my car, but I really haven't really done that. Um, I guess just because I've been so stressed out the whole time that I just haven't really even thought about doing videos, or I've been too embarrassed to do them. Because I haven't made any progress in most of my time that I've been doing it. I just haven't made any progress because I've been dumb. But I'm finally starting to make progress, and now I'm doing videos, and I don't know, but whatever. So, an update, I guess. So I've been working, and that's been like amazing. I want to say profound. It's been profound, I guess. Um, and it's such a silly idea that get a job or have an income. Wow, but it really, I don't know, because I thought I've seen stories of people building businesses, living in their car or whatever, but the key element is have money for expenses and food and stuff. But wow. Okay. So yeah, really, really silly. But so in the meantime, since I did my last video, I've changed my tires. I've gotten my tire changed, which desperately needed it. On those little signs that had how much tread is left. I think I had 2/32 of an inch left on my front tires, so I replaced those, and then switched out the ones that were on the back to be on the front or something like that. Got them rotated, so we changed out 2 tires. That was awesome. And I got an oil change, and I got my transmission fluid and all that kind of stuff checked, and I'm all good to go on the car. I still have my car hot wired, so I still start my car I don't know if you can see the wires. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you can see all the wires. But yeah, so I still start my car like that, and so that's kind of crazy, but I'm just gonna leave it there for now because I feel like it's been running well for over a year. So and they want $135 just to look at it. Or not it's not the I have to hotwire it because so this is off and totally untwisted. It only twists enough to unlock the steering wheel and no farther. So I mean, I guess I could use a screwdriver to use it, and that's kind of what I've been doing, only the screwdriver is my key, but it hasn't been twisting all the way. So just enough to unlock the steering wheel, and then I hotwire it to start it. So I was gonna get that fixed. I was gonna do it myself because I'd like to learn more about how cars work and stuff, but I think I want a car to have just in case I screw up and break something. So if there's something that you can take away from this video, I would hope that it would be that if you want to get ahead, it doesn't even really matter what you do as far as an income. I mean, you can work at McDonald's and get ahead if you're willing to cut your expenses to the extreme. So, I mean, I live in my car, well, sort of. I mean, I have a lot of family here, and they've been offering me places to stay, so it's really hard to say no to a house when you have that option available. So I don't know, I kind of sort of been living in my car, but kind of not. But I came here to live in my car, and I didn't really plan on staying. But anyway, so if you're willing to cut your expenses really low and be willing to live in your car and not pay rent, and not have to pay rent because you sleep in your car, you can really get ahead really fast. So I mean, I've saved up over $1,000 just in a couple weeks because my expenses are so low. And so that's really cool. And then so you can use that time, that extra time that you have, or the money that you have, to get ahead or invest in yourself, whether that's college or a business or whatever. You can use that to get ahead. So what I'm planning on doing is saving up for a van now, finally, so I can actually have more space. And I think having a van is something that a lot more people do. I mean, living in a car is fine, but it really sucks because of the lack of space, and you can't extend yourself all the way out even if you wanted to. So yeah, definitely save up for a van if that's something that you want to do long term. And the only extra expense of a van over a car is more gas money, because it probably gets worse gas mileage. But other than that, it's still way cheaper than an apartment, and you can get ahead. So you could fund your college experience. You could fund 4 years of college by just living in your car or van and working part-time, and then graduate debt-free, or go to a trade school or something like that and get ahead, So it's like, just invest in yourself and keep your expenses super low. And I mean, that's basically what I've been doing. And I think even before I get the van, because I've been wanting to do freelancing, right? And so freelancing has been like a high priority of mine, but I do a lot of sitting as a freelancing job. It's like a desk job. So you sit at your computer and you do work. And I feel like I've been doing that, or I've been working on other projects, but I've been sitting in front of my computer for years. And I feel like it's really had a negative impact on my health. So even more important than getting an apartment or a van would be to get, believe it or not, a treadmill desk. So whether I rent out a room in a house or an office space, or find a spare bedroom maybe somewhere that isn't being used, I want a treadmill desk. I've tried standing desks at the library, or I've tried standing desks, and I've tried piling a bunch of books on top of each other and standing at the library, but your knees hurt a bit when you end up straightening your leg and stuff like that. So I went and I tried a treadmill desk. So I just got to figure out like where to put it and stuff like that. So but yeah, so that's my next step, is because freelancing is a big part. And then I kind of just want to travel. I want to have a home base, where all my family and friends are, and then just go travel for like a week or two at a time, instead of just traveling long term, because I feel like I want to build relationships with people. But anyway, long story short, since I will be spending 8+ hours a day doing work that I love to do, that I find interesting, since I'm going to be spending a majority of my life in front of a computer, I want to do it in a healthy manner rather than an unhealthy manner. So a treadmill desk is actually probably more important than a van, because I can travel in my car just fine. So a van is up there on my priority list, but I think a treadmill desk is even higher. So I still have to look around, but yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely be willing to pay a couple $100 a month in rent to somebody, or do something to have a desk. Even if I don't sleep in the place, just having a place to put a desk and not have to do stuff would be awesome. But so, all rambling aside, holy crap, I need to make my videos more interesting. All rambling aside, I basically have changed my oil. I've got a consistent income, which is super, super awesome. Yeah. And I am basically looking at either renting a space, putting a desk in somebody's spare bedroom that they're not using, or maybe looking on Craigslist and finding somebody or two to rent a room or something like that. Or even an office space or a co-working space or something like that. So I got an income, and a treadmill desk is the next step next step up in my life. And even if I remain sleeping in my car, like a desk, being able to work in a healthy manner is like my #1 priority. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, and I promise I will figure out this rambling thing, and I'll figure out this YouTube thing and make my videos more interesting. Cheers.